The House Task Force on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, held its final hearing this morning. And while the acting director of the Secret Service, Ronald Rowe, was there to testify on the failures of the Secret Service that led to the shooting, which he has acknowledged in several news conferences, this hearing took an explosive turn on a completely unrelated subject, leading to a heated exchange between acting director Rowe and Republican Texas Congressman Pat Fallon. This is when Fallon showed a still frame of the most recent 9/11 ceremonies at Ground Zero and challenged the fact that the agent in charge, and particularly Rowe, was not standing in close proximity to his protectee, J.D. Vance. Well, Rowe tried to explain he was there in a totally separate role, a different role. He was honoring his fallen colleagues because he had been in the first responders to 9/11 on that very day, and many of his colleagues had died.
I am a public servant who has served this nation, and
you won't answer the question
on our day, on our country's darkest day.
Committee will come to order.
Committee will come to order.
I'm asking you serious questions for the American people, and they're very simple. They're not trick questions. Were you the special agent in charge that day?
No, I wasn't. I was there representing the United States Secret Service, sir.
Mr. Fallon, your time's
expired. Did not affect protective operations.
You know why you were there? Because you wanted to be visible, because you were auditioning for this job.
I was there to pay respect for a fallen member of this agency.
You endangered
President
President
Biden's life, Congressman.
Vice President Harris's life, because you put those agents out of position.
Let me just repeat. Well, let me introduce, first of all, our Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delaney, and also former Secret Service Supervisory Special Agent Bobby McDonald. As he explained, I tried to set it up. He was being accused of not protecting the incoming Vice President of the United States by having not been there in charge of the detail. He was there representing the agency, as he does as the senior official, because so many Secret Service members died on 9/11 as first responders, and he was one of them there in that first response. Ken, that exchange just says so much. And you saw that the congressman did not back down, accusing him of dereliction of duty.
And they say civility is on the decline in American politics, Andrea.
Yeah.
What a moment. But look, Pat Fallon is a former Notre Dame football player, a Massachusetts native who got elected to Congress in Texas. So no shrinking violet. Acting Director Rowe has sort of portrayed himself as, the classic law enforcement official there to save the Secret Service. What I think that exchange illustrated, though, is sort of a distrust and an animus towards Rowe among the MAGA faction in the House, with the idea that he's not going to be the Secret Service director under Donald Trump or have a major role there. And it is interesting to me because Rowe was there all along throughout these failures that have been well documented in the assassination attempt, but he has also come in and portrayed himself as a reformer. He was the deputy director. The director was fired in the wake of this debacle. He was there too, but he has come in and sort of suggested that he's cleaning everything up, and that's what he said today. He said they've made a lot of changes. Everyone agreed. The House Task Force hearing today that things are headed in a good direction. But what seems clear is that the MAGA faction is not too happy with him, and they want him gone, Andrea.